Let's go, people. Woo, let's fucking go. Facebook, how are you? ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo está la familia? Yo, Euro, how are you? How is everybody doing? Feliz jueves. Welcome to Bienvenidos a Jueves en la Costa. Puta, y la cerveza. Y las cervezas, pues, saquen las cervezas, erotes. Let's go. You know, I honestly thought OKC was going to take the Nuggets out. Didn't happen, but it is going to happen. They go back to OKC. That's it. That's all she wrote. Denver's not winning this. Tomorrow, I got $50 on the Celtics winning Game 6. They're not going to go down that easy. If they win Game 6, they can easily win Game 7. But they have to win tomorrow. I don't care if they lose Game 7. I do not care if they lose Game 7. Winning Game 6 is already winning half the battle. Them losing Jason Tatum the way they did, I think is going to be more of a mental than physical. Mentally, they are there. I think they have this team. They they come on. They they can do it. They've done it before. I am absolutely certain they're going to do it again tomorrow. I think one of that's one of the best fucking rosters. And I know everybody comes at me, right? Remember how I'm a 50-year-old man. When we grew up, it was all about hatred, right? I have never taught my kid to hate. But if you grew up in the United States in the 80s and the 90s, it was about hating. It was not about appreciating and respecting, the sport. It's still everything is about hate. Have you noticed? And yeah, you can hear me say, fuck LeBron, and I hate the way he fucking plays, and I hate the way this shit is, and I hate the way. But I've never said that that guy doesn't do good for the children, right? That he takes the opportunity to extend children's educational purposes, right? I've never taken that away from him. No, I've always said this guy is the one that came in and said, "How much can you pay me to wear your shirt?" Like, what the fuck? What? When? He's the one that changed the whole basketball thing. It wasn't about sports anymore. It was about me. I'm the best fucking guy. You need me in your team. How much are you gonna pay me to wear your shirt? And you're like, wait, what? Yeah. But then again, anyways, this didn't want to. This didn't have to turn into a LeBron thing. But everybody hates. Everybody hates. fanatism gets in the way. No, it's fanaticism. Fanaticism. People who are fanatics, they learn how to hate, and it's in their nature. I don't know why. Does it make them a better person? I have no fucking idea. Apparently, it does because everything right. We've seen it in baseball a few years back. San Francisco, or was it the Padres? No, it's San Francisco. San Francisco. San Francisco. What is San Francisco? San Diego Padres and San Francisco Giants? No, Giants is San Francisco. Anyways, they got in an altercation at the Dodger Stadium, and this guy ended up a fucking paraplegic. For what? But that's my fucking point. Hate, hate, hate. It runs in there. I am glad my father allowed me to watch sports because I was watching sports. I did not learn how to hate other people's teams. I love every sport. I love every sport. Put me in front of a fucking TV and we can talk about any sport that you're watching, except hockey. Hockey, I don't know anything about. Icing, I don't know anything about. But can I watch it? Do I know how it? Yeah, pretty much. I think I know more about golf than I do about hockey, but I can still watch hockey. Don't get me wrong. But I've not once have I hated on a fucking team. So going back to me rooting for the Celtics. Back in the day, you would have said, "Oh my God, you're a fucking Laker fan. How dare you? You know we're enemies. Enemies of what? Right? Enemies of what? We had Kobe back in the day. Well, I mean, if you go back to when I started watching the sport, Larry Bird, we had Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? We had all those wonderful Laker memories. Not once did I fucking say, "Yeah, fuck that team." No, I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up like that. Oh, you're a traitor. Why? Because I like the sport. Yeah, you grew up to enjoy the sport, and you gotta grow up to respect certain teams because that's what they become, teams, right? Everybody gives everybody a run for their money. Right? I'm never gonna fucking hate a team just for that. Eh, maybe the 49ers. Maybe the 49ers. The 49ers is like the Rosie O'Donnell of football. And I'm Trump. Did you call women pigs? No, just Rosie O'Donnell. Just, Jesus fucking Christ. Give me a beer, bitch. Give me a beer. Yeah, Jesus Christ, this fucking glass is filthy, dude. This glass is fucking filthy. It's better than I expected. I did another Fro Mouse today. Yo! Keith, my brother, how are you? Thank you for the donation. See, you see now we get banners for donations. Thank you, Keith. You see that? We get banner, bro. You get a banner. You get a banner. You get a banner. We don't all get a banner. Just in time. Just in time. Well, not you're not Justin, but Keith in time. Keith. Are you watching? Are you watching sports? I'm watching sports. I look bright. I look brighter than ever. Look at this fucking shirt. It's like I washed it yesterday. So we were talking about growing up watching sports, right? Not once was I taught how to hate another team just because they're our nemesis, right? So who gives a fuck, right? I think fanaticism gets in the way. People get their reality obstructed, right? Nobody can ever see a team player on the other side and say, "Dude, that guy's fucking great. I wish we had that on our team." Right? I am I am that guy. Like the minute I saw Anthony Davis, hey D, I said, dude, I wish we had Anthony Davis in our team. Right? He's not as soft as Gasol ever was. Every single fucking time I went to the Staples Center and I watched Gasol play, I would always get in verbal confrontations with people who said, dude, have you seen the stats? Bro, your fucking stats are not playing right now. Gus Soft, he's the softest fucking pussy in basketball. What are your stats now, bro? Oh yeah, we can all have a bad day, bitch. You get fucking paid to play. This is not a this is not a fucking hit and miss. Oh yeah, Juan isn't here to make your pizza today, like you like it. Why does Juan? You know what I mean? That type of fucking mentality. You you think I'm gonna step away from an establishment just because only one person knows how to fucking make the best pizza back there? Bitch, that type of mentality should not be the mentality. And I can tell you, I one year I think I went to at least 26 games at the Staples Center. 2000 and 2010, 2011. I think it's 2011, 2010, and between 2010 and 11. Yeah, Kobe was still up and kicking. Kobe, even when he was fucking sick with a bucket and a mop, he was puking in a fucking bucket, brother. He was sitting down puking, then he would go back out and fucking play, and he still played better than most fuckers who are as healthy as a horse. And I'm like, yeah, look at your fucking stats, bro. You could tell me that fucking Gasol is Gasoft. I always call them Gasoft, dude. Why did we fucking trade the wrong Gasol? We should have kept Marc Gasol. No, we traded Mark and we kept soft, the softest fucker ever. Well, but the Lakers fucking praise him. He's the one that ended up fucking Kobe's widow. I I shouldn't say that because I'm not I'm nobody's mattress, so I don't know if they are, right. I wonder what happened to Bynum. Bynum Bynum was as big as Shaq, but that guy was fucking volatile. Just like just like Golden State. What the fuck is his number? 2023. The black dude with the white beard, um, who has his own podcast. Green. Um, I know his name. Hold on, hold on. Draymond Green. I'm not that bad with names. I'm not that. Draymond Green. Draymond Green. It's his. It's his persona. I mean, he's very. I played basketball in school. I felt forced because I was tall. I think I played every fucking sport. I played volleyball. I played basketball. I played soccer. I just did it because bro, field trip, field trip. I went to a private school. Our school was always invited to participate in tournaments that we had never won. So they always invited the St. Patrick's Academy. We were always invited because they knew they would fucking kick our ass, and it was we were an easy target until they invited us to a soccer tournament. And I am going to tell you, brother, we had three individuals, forwards, Gustavo Varela. Fuck, I forget the other guys' names. Anyways, we had the best soccer team ever. So everybody put themselves in a position, right? Everybody chose their. Yeah, it was. Well, we only went to one different town. It was always San Pedro Sula, which is the industrial capital of Honduras, right? I lived in the capital, Tegucigalpa, and we traveled I think it was 4 hours north to San Pedro Sula, and so everybody chose their own position, and I always played defense. But this particular time, everybody, I would let people choose. The one guy who always played the one guy who always played goalie this time decided to pick defense, bro. So nobody wanted to fucking be a goalie, and I'm like, okay, well, you guys left the fucking goalie open. I'm gonna become goalie. I'm 5'5", bro. I'm 5'5". Everybody chose everybody chose everything, and I chose goalie. The PE teacher says, we have a discrepancy here, and everybody says, no, 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 it's okay. They say we always lose anyways, so we can blame it on the fucking goalie's height. I said, these motherfuckers, they don't. These guys don't even know who they're dealing with. I made it my. I always forward or sometimes center, never guard. I was always a great defense. I was an anchor, bro. But anyways, this one time, I am the fucking goalie, and we end up going, and the national anthem is playing, and everybody's wearing the same shirt, right? So the other team would, they would come around and give us high fives, high five, high five, and they would say, "You guys don't have a goalie?" And one of the team captains, oh, David would say, yeah, secret weapon, secret weapon, right? And these motherfuckers, they would just look around, waiting to see who would the the goalie jersey on, and then I would go to the goalie, and one by one they would come at me and say, "Bro, you are gonna be like a fucking sifter over here." And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. I won't even fucking have to touch a ball. You know why? Because we have a great fucking defense, bro. Last year we won by 10-0. I said, yeah, it's not gonna. This year's not gonna be the same, bro. Brother, we won the first game, right? They made the first goal. Defense. I said, guys, don't let these fuckers shoot. Get in front of them. I will be the best fucking goalie, but you have to be the best fucking guard, right? So I'm yelling at these fuckers. Right, I'm right behind them. I'm right behind them. I know where the ball is coming. Get in front of him. Don't let him shoot. And when he shot, I was there. So if that ball was covered on the left, I knew they were going to shoot right, and I was ready. I was ready to throw myself on the right, brother. I was impenetrable. These motherfuckers couldn't fucking score. I don't know how I flew. I don't know how I did it. All I know is at the end of the day, we played Friday. We played Friday. We played Saturday. Sunday was the finals, and we beat everybody. We beat everybody. The school who was the host, since the host did not win the championship, they paid the newspaper to leave early because they didn't want our picture in the newspaper. And I'm like, that's kind of fucking shady, right? So these fuckers, they expected that they were gonna fucking win, so they never expected us. They never expected a 5-5 hungover 16-year-old to be the best fucking goalie of the tournament, smoking a cigarette in halftime. Smoking a cigarette at halftime. I, we were doing 30-year-old shit when we were 16 years old. Smoking a cigarette at halftime. Oscar, aren't you tired? No, I need a beer, motherfuckers. Smoking. And I'm not even lying, brother. This is a fucking true story. I one of these look, the one time I went to Vegas to see my friend Gustavo. I wanted to surprise him to do one of these podcasts without mentioning what we were going to talk about because I wanted to get his fresh memories, right? Fresh reactions. Like me, talking about this situation. I never thought about talking about this today or right now, but here I am, right? Living every moment that I was there. So we came back, and the teacher was going from seat to seat in the bus, asking the students, "What grade do you think you deserve?" So when he came to me, he says, "Oscar, I went down, sitting down with all your peers, and I asked them what grade they thought they deserved. I'm not going to ask you that question." He says, "Because I'm going to give you a 10." And I said, "No, I said, don't do that." He says, "What do you mean?" Because then my dad's not going to believe that I got a 10. He's going to think I either paid you off or I did something because I never get tens. I'll take an 8.5. I can't be too good and I can't be too bad. I just need to be good enough. He says, well, what about all the other grades? I said, I don't excel for the same fucking reason, because the better I get at something, my dad expects me to be better than that. So 8.5 is exactly where I should be. If you're gonna give me a 9 or a 10, he's gonna look at my other grades and says, why can't the other ones be fucking 9s and 10s? He said, nah, your dad can't be like that. 8.5 it was. 8.5. Right? I think you anybody listening to what I just said, I think you've been there, right? A 6, you're barely fucking passing. 6.5, you can fucking try harder. 7, bro, what happened? You forgot your pens, right? 7.5. What, were you late a few times? 8. Dude, you're so close to 9. Yeah. 9, bro, you made it to 9. What the fuck? Just put a little bit more effort. You can do 10. See, you never fucking win. Exactly. It's never good enough. So guess what? 8.5 all across, brother. 8.5 all across. For that same fucking reason. Because, listen, the whole mental anguish that I am better, I am better. I've always been better. But I don't need to prove it to anybody, right? Was my dad paying for my private school? Yes, absolutely. 8.5 is exactly what he deserved in return. Not a 9, not a 9.5. 8.5 is all he got. But when it came to my mentality, right? My physical, my mental well-being, 9.5. Nobody's perfect. Inside, I was a 9.5. On paper, 8.5 was good enough for me. Shit. What happened to your 9? Yeah, I missed the deadline for the last job. There was no question about, oh my god, what how could you miss? No, what can I do now? I didn't turn it in. But see, nobody can come back at anybody and say, hey, why aren't you turning in your homework? I got an 8.5. You think one piece of paper would have made a difference to get me to a 9 and a half? Absolutely not. We should be happy that I didn't miss more than one project because I still got 8.5. Make it constructive criticism all around, constructive, but not destructive. If you ask me, constructive criticism is all I've ever had, right? Keep your friends close and keep your enemies even closer, right? It's not about destroying your foes. Then again, I think I got more respect for foes than I do for friends and family because at least they fucking tell you the truth, right? Hey, motherfucker, you fat ass, I hate your ass. Yeah, thank you. I know I'm fat. Do I think a good grade is justified with the teachers today? You know what? I will be honest. I think I have to be as honest as possible. I think education starts at home, right? Perseverance starts at home. Nowadays, I think teachers just open a fucking book and they tell you to follow page 2 through 10 and give me a summary, and then they just follow a checklist. Nobody has ever that I can remember back in my day. No, the teacher was present. The teacher opened the book. The teacher talked about this. The teacher talked about that, and she was part of the educational progress, right? Nowadays, open page 7, read it to page 17, and follow the workbook. What kind of fucking teaching is that? That's not teaching. You could probably be called a fucking tutor, not a teacher. I think tutors have better educational charts than teachers do nowadays, right? It's almost shameful. I know this lady who works for a particular school district. She told me that she had a few children in her classroom that were not able to read, but she would still pass them. What the fuck? How? Why would you do that to a child? Well, it's not my responsibility. You're not. You, what the fuck you mean it's not responsible? You're responsible. Blah, blah, blah. What do you mean it's not your responsibility? You're a fucking teacher. How is not? How is that? How is that? How is that? My tongue is hot. How the fuck is that not your responsibility? Teacher, teach. Teacher, teaches. Teacher, education. Am I am I fucking missing something over here? What? When did? And I said, no, 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 no. You're doing the fucking child a disservice. He says, Oscar, I am washing my hands. Let somebody else deal with that problem. I can only imagine how the fuck she deals with her problems at home. Imagine the mentality of such a person doing that to another person, to another person's child. Detrimental. I don't drink to that, but I'm fucking thirsty. I drink to what I just said, which makes more sense than not fucking teaching. My son gives me A's and B's. So he has a B. He has a B minus. He has this. So he says, I only have one more week to school. One more week of school. I said, but yeah, don't slack. I don't need to do this test because I already passed. I don't need to do this. My teacher already. So listen, anything you can improve, do it now. Anything that needs improvement should be improved, right? If you have a B minus, bring it up to a B plus, or bring it up to a B. But never settle for less. I'm again. I will not push for if you can do this. Why can't you do that? I don't advocate that. I right. But I did tell my son. I actually told him this morning. I said, look, the 22nd is his last day, right? Next Thursday, 22nd. Today is the 15th. If today is if today is the 15th, what day would next Thursday be? This is the 15th. You add 7. It's a whole week, 7 days. 15 plus 7, 22. Easy math. A week has 7 days. If today is the 15th, next week would be 15 plus 7, 22. Right? Some people have a hard time thinking, okay, you don't mix days with numbers, right? Tomorrow will be the 16th. If you wanted to know a week from that, 16, 7, 23. But people tend to think about days and numbers together. Don't do that, because then you're lost. I can't even say you're lost in translation because you're trying to translate numbers into letters and letters into numbers, which is not even translating anything, right? The Rolodex is not even rolling. So I said, you have to pay attention for the next 3 years. You're going to be in 10th grade next year. Yeah, don't think that 10 to 12 is only 2 years. No, those are 3 years. 10th, 11th, 12th, right? 10 plus 2 is 12. Yeah, but it's not 2 years. That's another fucking thing, right? That you makes you fucking think like, wait, what? What did you do? Anyways, I told them you have to be the best you have been for the past 9, but 10, 11, and 12 should be the best of the best. People are watching. The educational system is yours to shine. The minute other schools, universities, academies, whatever is out there lurking and watching and obtaining student records for them to offer you, right, a studious continuation. That's exactly my fucking point. I said, brother, this is your time to shine. 10, 11, and 12. Go out there and get what you deserve, a better education, right? You can only lead a horse to water, but you can't make it a fucking duck, right? So I have never pulled out the belt. I have never done the physical part like my mom used to beat us with a fucking belt just because we couldn't fucking multiply 7 times 5 or whatever the hell it was, right? Imagine you trying to do your homework. You can't fucking think straight because if you don't think straight, you're gonna get hit by a fucking belt. You're like, I can't fucking study like this. Trials and tribulations, mostly tribulations, mostly tribulations. Tri belts. I mean, she didn't hit hard, but at the same time, leave the fucking kids alone. Right? When it comes to the educational progress of a child, I think there should be more understanding, more patience. Yeah, my mom didn't have that. She shouldn't. I'm glad she was never a teacher. I'm glad she was never a teacher. Imagine if we applied everything to what we know now, right? Like the way we drink, right? The composure. We already know how much we can. We already know how much we can't. Same thing with education, right? We should already know. The more, the better, right? Open a book, read a book. I've always said, read about it, know about it, so you can talk about it, right? History and its events. There's some events that I haven't read because I think that history already speaks for itself. You shouldn't try to learn why it went wrong when it's a right. It already went a complete opposite direction, like Hitler, right? I think you know what I think Hitler is the only one that I've tried to read about more because nobody talks about the fact that he actually had a multitude of followers. And I've always said this. He always had the biggest followers because they liked the way he spoke, right? He filled stadiums, right? He was a great fucking orator, but nobody will ever say, "Oh, you know who was there? My grandpa was there. He listened to every fucking speech." But nobody wants to be ashamed of saying, "Yeah, my grandpa didn't know what the fuck he was doing, but he used to follow Hitler." I would, if I knew that of any of my ancestors, I would say, yeah, they must have been proud to hear such a fucking educated guy say what he had to say before he went nuts and tried to fucking exterminate a certain group of people. Why would you feel ashamed because somebody? It's like you saying, "Yeah, my dad didn't couldn't become a dentist. He just worked for the city and right." That's the way I would see it. Like, why would you be ashamed of anything that happened in the past, right? Like, I, I've never seen somebody say. I've seen people actually be sorry about who their parents were. Oh, I'm sorry, I found out my parents owned slaves. I apologize. I didn't. I don't feel that way. I don't know why they did it. Of course, you know why they did it. There's no justification. Period. The same way some people just don't feed their kids meat because they can't afford it. You can't be sorry for that. The kid will grow up to understand why why certain things were done a certain way. But everybody needs to be justified, right? You need to be accepted. Fuck all that noise. I'm not about that life. I have an Irish last name. Do I know where that fucking last name came from? No. I'm as brown as they come, brother. I'm like a fucking brown leprechaun. I was talking about that with my uncle this weekend. I said, Tio, you know what? I have an Irish last name. We never knew. Nobody has ever fucking told me where that last name comes from, even though I keep asking. So my joke is always the same one where I tell people, yeah, you know what, Oscar, you have an Irish last name. What? How? What? And I say, look, I know. I had the same question when I was 5 years old, and I asked my dad. I said, Dad, are we Irish? What did your dad say? Shut up and drink your whiskey. I don't know, but I do have a conclusive thought, right? That maybe our family was owned by right slave owners, and they gave us their last name, and we were stamped with that last name because we were right, we were owned, and so be it. It doesn't hurt my fucking ego. I don't need reparations. Whatever happened in the past happened in the past, and I carry no fucking luggage, none whatsoever. Nobody needs to fucking apologize to me. Nobody owes me anything, right? How do you carry yourself? How do you understand yourself? How do you go about your day? I live life to the best of my abilities. Nobody has ever taken anything away from me, not even my patience. Maybe when I was younger, yeah, we talked about this weekend. When I was younger, I would just fucking try to beat people up because, hey, if I saw somebody else picking on somebody else, right, and I knew I was like I don't know why I felt like I needed to save somebody. I say, hey, bro, don't do that. Don't disrespect people like that. I saw what you did. Don't fucking do that. So then people say, "Hey, bro, you know what? You're just as short as this little motherfucker. What makes you think I'm not gonna treat you that? Because I just told you that next time you do it, bro. You know how tall you are. If I knock you the fuck out, today is a Tuesday. You're gonna fucking fall on a fucking Thursday, bro. Right? I'll save you the grief. I'll save the. And I think I did it more out of respect, so people knew how to stand up for themselves. Imagine me standing up for somebody that couldn't stand up for themselves, and I got beat up. That fucker would be twice as scared to even say anything. He was already scared already, right? I'm pretty sure the guy would say, "I'm glad I didn't say anything." Imagine that guy who tried to defend me got fucking demolished, annihilated. I'm gonna stay. No, see, but it's not about getting into fights just because you need to be respected. No, 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 no. I just needed to prove a point, because if you are standing right in between a situation, you say, "Bro, listen, it's about respect. Don't do that again." You know how bad that person is gonna feel because you treated him or treated her that way. I never. Yeah, I mean, I defended a few females. Hey, shorty, get the fuck out of here. Or else what? What are you gonna do? Yeah, I liked I liked the whole punching thing for a minute or two. Yeah, I think I did that from 17 to like, I don't know, 17 to 20 maybe. I don't fucking remember. I like getting hit in the face. Please hit me first. Let it be the nose. I wanna feel the. I wanna smell the blood. I don't know why I like. Is it the blood? Do you smell blood or do you smell adrenaline? I think the adrenaline rush. Like you get that euphoric feeling. Like, bitch, you're done. Bitch, you're done. I'm glad nobody fucking knocked me out. Imagine, hit me. But yeah, no, no. Hey, cheers to that. I'll drink to that. Never got knocked the fuck out. The biggest guy I ever fought. Cheers. The biggest guy I ever fought was a bodybuilder. Oh, this motherfucker walked in a room, right? Oh, this fucker, he like, bro. Who are you trying to impress, bro? You know what I mean? Bodybuilders are the slowest punchers to begin with. They're used to lifting heavy weights. Their swing, bro, saco de plomo, a bag. Imagine this guy swinging at me. He's fucking swinging a bag of like a hundred pound, 100 pounds of iron. No, bro, you'll never see a boxer with big, no, toned biceps, right? Toned everything, but not never overbuilt. Toned, yes. Strong, yes. Not pumped up like right. Remember they did that one joke. This one guy, they put a sticker in the middle of his back. The guy's back was so fucking big he could barely do, he barely do this. He's like, I can't fucking reach it. Now imagine you trying to fucking swing, right? What reach do you have? Hold on, my fucking thing is not charging. Yeah, I remember that part. This guy was fucking tall. I would just duck. I would get hit in the back of the head. But when I could, brother, it was like fucking Mario Brothers. Picking! Like Mario Brothers hitting for the coins. Picking! Picking! That guy I picked up and he landed on his fucking elbows. Right when I was about to fucking pounce, his friends picked me up, brother. I remember this like it was yesterday. His friends picked me up because they didn't want me to annihilate this big fucking bag of bricks on the fucking floor, concrete. And then I immediately walked to my car. Every time after any fight would finalize, I would immediately walk to my car because that's where I had cigarettes. No, but you know what? This was one of those fights where I never had an opportunity to take my glasses off. I would leave my keys, my cigarettes, everything in the car. Right? Nothing gets damaged. Even my glasses would stay in the car. No, this particular time, this guy he hit me right there. My glasses just fucking split open. This went up. Brand new fucking glasses. I remember those Nintendo glasses. And I'm like, this motherfucker. Yeah, I let him have it. Did I kick his ass? No. So everybody used to make fun of this big fucking dude, right? And they would always say, bro, you dude, bro, you almost got your ass handed to you by this little fucking midget. So one day he comes back. He says, hey, I want to talk to you. Why are you telling people that you kicked my ass? I'm like, brother, you know what? Why the fuck would I say that I kicked your ass when you never kicked my ass? I never kicked yours. Who the fuck did you hear it from? I'm like, the people who were present saw that I hit you, you hit me. You never took me down like you said you would. So did you win? No. Did I say I won? No. But do you believe the fucking people that told you that? You know what, brother? Your ego gets in the fucking way of the truth. That's not my fucking problem. That's yours. So his friend always carried a gun, and he says, "But you're gonna fight today." He says, "We're gonna take care of this fucking situation." And I said, "Oh, I'm gonna brandish a gun so I can be the better man in the fucking conversation." I'm like, "Bitch, put your fucking gun away, because you're not fucking fighting against me. And if you did, you will fucking put the gun down and fight me toe to toe, bitch." The fuck out of here, bro. I think that's one of the main reasons that I'm glad I don't go back to Honduras for the same fucking reason. I don't know who holds grudges. I sure don't. And it doesn't mean I'm scared. It just means that I would not want to put myself in a situation where I can't fucking defend my child, right? Because I would want to go back with my child to Honduras to visit at any given time. But at the same time, I'm like, nah. Anybody who wants to come visit, they can call us or they come over here. Everybody else has, or everybody has. I don't need to leave the country. I am not, and if I leave the country, I'm not going to Honduras. There's nothing to do down there. The fuck am I going to do? Spend time with Listen, family is with me at all times. I remember them. I cherish them. I love them. But do I need to go back and prove that to them? Absolutely not. My son is all the family I ever need, brother. Did I wake up one day and say, yeah, I want to become a fucking father? I think I'm ready for this shit. No, I mean, we were making babies. We were making babies. We were making a baby. We were going at it like we like we like we meant it. And when she told me she was pregnant, I'm like, what? We did it. This is fucking amazing, right? And that's the way that I think that's the best part about you becoming. I mean, I can't say responsible, but at least it made me more responsible, not more irresponsible. I was irresponsible before that. But then again, I think everybody's brain or everybody's head, everybody's physical, mental, emotional health is completely fucking different, right? Sometimes people say, "Oh my god, what the fuck? Didn't you wear your shit? You told me to come inside you." I'm like, no, I wanted to have that there. I wanted to create that child. I wanted to be that person, right? When she told me, she's like, "Oh my god, I think I'm pregnant." I'm like, "No, no, no, no." I said, "Don't tell me you think whether you are or you aren't." Like, yes, look at the test. So that means you are. I mean, they can't give you a fucking just do it again. But what if it's negative? I'm like, no. So wait, what? This is not a fucking COVID test. This is not a COVID. It's a false positive, bitch. No, no, I was happy. But then here's the following stage, right? There's stages to this shit. So then now your friends find out that you're becoming a father, right? Hey, Oscar, I heard your fucking girl is pregnant. What do you want? A girl or a boy? Their family, girls and boys, right? Their mentality, you don't want to know because I don't repeat that shit, right? I already know what they expect me to answer, just like they've always answered, right? They've always had that macho answers, like if it's not a boy, I don't want it. If it's a girl, let the fucking mom take care of it. Right? And I'm thinking, dude, that's such a fucking um, male chauvinist fucking pig mentality, right? So now here's the fucking question, Oscar, what do you want, a girl or a boy? And I would say just to rub it in their fucking face in front of them because I've always heard them right talking shit less or more because of gender. And I would say, so you think I would love my child less because it was a girl, or more because it was a boy, or vice versa? I'm gonna love this girl because I didn't want a boy. I'm gonna love my boy because I didn't want a girl. And they would look at each other like this motherfucker. So what's your answer? What do you want? I said, bro, as long as God gives me a healthy baby, that's all I need. A healthy baby. That's all I want. A fucking healthy baby. And everybody, the whole fucking room would go silent, right? It doesn't make you a better father because you love the boys more. It doesn't make you a better father because you love the girls less, or the girls more than you do the boys, right? I don't want the fucking boys to become alcoholics like their fucking father. And I'm like, dude, what? Like the this right? The whole fucking mentality. It's already fucked up. I'm glad I've had shitty friends to introduce me to the non-shitty side that I've always had. I just wanted to, I've always wanted to be shitty like other people, but I've never been that guy. I can't be that shitty father like they always have. Hey, Oscar, you don't come around anymore. I'm like, yeah, dude, I have a fucking child. He's like, doesn't he have a mom? Oh, yeah. That's why I don't ever want to become like you guys, because you guys always fucking hang out, drink all you want, but mom is taking care of the child. I mean, at least I'm being a better dad. Thank you for reminding me of that. This motherfucker always comes over here and fucking tries to make us look bad. And I'm like, no, you guys don't need any help. You guys don't need any help for that. The truth needs to be told with truth, right? I don't I don't make the rules, bro. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I fucking hold the rule book, bitch. I go by the standards. If you can find a friend that tells lies, and you can find a situation where you can bring up that lie without telling that friend that it's about him. But imagine a fucking room full of motherfuckers who would always fucking tell you, I'm gonna give you a tip. I'm gonna give you a tip. I'm gonna give you a tip. They always give me fucking tips about how to become a better father. When I saw them that they were fucking shitty at being fathers. Maybe they wanted me not to fail like them because they were telling me what the fuck to do. I'm like, these motherfuckers are trying to tell me what the fuck to do when I already saw them they're failing at it. The one girl who came up to their dad one time says, Dad, can you help me with my math problem? Yeah, not right now. We're smoking. We're smoking. We're drinking with the boys. Can you just go look for your mother? And I'm thinking, what kind of a fucking father are you that you just fucking send your daughter away? I never done that to my son. Never have. Never will. I'm glad. I've always had. I can't say I've always had shitty people around me, but then again, it's that chapter of those particular chapters of life that you go through, right? You get to hang around with people that you were there for the taking, for the learning, for the experience. You're like, dude, I'm glad I'm here because then I wouldn't fucking know what the standard is. Like these guys don't give a fuck. Apparently, I'm gonna give a fuck. I'm glad I saw this. Right? That kind of mentality. Because I have never tried to mimic anything that they have ever done. The complete opposite. The complete fucking opposite. My son is always, you know what? I miss holding hands. My son, everywhere we would go, we would hold hands, and he would always look up at me, and it was just the warmest moments. Once in a while, I grab his hand when we're driving, and I know he's 15, probably thinks, the fucking guy kind of gay shit is this? As long as I can fucking hold my son's hand for 2 seconds before he thinks whatever. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want him to fucking feel like, Dad, you're making me uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know if you have kids, but kids, at least my kid has made me a better fucking person. At least my kid has, and I only needed one. I don't know how my fucking dad did it with three. I don't. And this is in a third world country, right? From Honduras, people who do it here, I'm thinking, dude, I've been living in a two-bedroom apartment, one child. How the fuck do people do it with three or four kids, right? The dressing, the the allowance, the the bills, the fucking every dude. I would go fucking nuts. How did our fucking parents do it back then, right? I never got. I never was the type of kid who said, "Dad, you know what? I want to wear this jean. Can you buy me this?" Listen, I wore whatever the fuck they bought me. Right? I never looked at brands. I still don't look at brands. Don't fuck the brands. I am not the guy that you. If I can find a sale that has a particular brand that I've always wanted to wear, I'm like, oh shit, look, I don't have to purchase this for $100. I can buy this for $25. Beautiful. Well, Oscar, look at you wearing fucking $100 jeans, bitch. On sale, Macy's, $25. I'm that type of guy. I'll even fucking show you the receipt. Look, I still have the fucking receipt. Where you have the receipt? Because I need to fucking prove it to people that I don't wear $100 clothes. I wear $25 clothes, bitch. I am that guy. I'm being honest. I am being. People who buy the shit right on clearance and they throw away the receipt because they want to be seen with the $100 pant. And bitch, tell me the fucking truth. You still paid it with your fucking credit card. So you're making payments on that shit, right? Same fucking thing. $500. Look at my fucking jeans. Yeah, anybody you can, bro. You can dress. You can have a $10,000 outfit. You're paying that shit in installments, and you're only gonna wear that shit once. Yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I've never been that guy, and I've tried to instill that moment, right? That reality into my son or my papito. You know what? I don't want to spend. I don't want to spend $80 on a fucking on a hoodie. You know how many hoodies we can get over at Old Navy? One for every day of the week, $10 each. And he says that. Yeah, we don't wear Old Navy. Fuck it, you're in sixth grade. You used to wear every fucking Old Navy shit in between three, four, five, and six. Yo, Robert, don't doubt the fucking Joker, brother. I know you were busy working. That third quarter was watching that third quarter. It was like watching the fucking Lakers play, brother. Did it work today? It was like watching the Lakers play. It was fucking horrible. The third quarter is when they fucking they they lost it, brother. They did an exceptional first quarter, second quarter, the 3 point shot, the buzzer beater, 61-58. And I'm like, that is fucking amazing. Mile high Denver with no oxygen. Brother, did you know that you have to be present. You have to be there more than 3 days in order to feel the effect of the mile high pressure. if any. They fly in the same day and they fly out the next. Your you bro, your whites do not get depleted that fast. The what is it? The white platelets. It's not that fast, brother. It doesn't. It's not that fast. Trust me, it's not. What if? Okay, okay. What if? What if? What if we don't see what happens behind closed doors? What if they have hyperbaric chambers for all these fuckers to sleep in? Right? What if they do? Okay, what if they do come in 2 days before, and they have hyperbaric chambers for each one of them? That takes care of the fucking issue. But I don't think that's a factor. I don't think that's a factor. I I'm just look. I'm just trying to look. For sake of argument, I just said that. What if? I said what if. I didn't say, bro. Do you know what they're doing? I said what if for sake of argument. But it doesn't take your fucking body 24 hours to realize that you're losing oxygen. It doesn't. You're like, look. You're smart enough to understand this. Imagine Johnny. We left Burbank to Las Vegas, 1 hour flight, right? Northeast. What is your latitude, longitude? What did we change? What did we change? It can it can start. It can commence, but you have to understand the ability of a body that is always active, right? It won't be as detrimental for a person who is always active than you and I traveling to such a city where we're not as active, right? These are athletes, brother. It would take more than 6 hours for them to fucking realize, hey, I feel kind of woozy. I kill. You know what I mean? Okay, now ask. Okay, so you're saying. Okay, so you're using Google. Now, can you ask Google? Are you giving me this definition of just a generic person? What if we were talking about an NBA player who is as active and practices 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 days a week? Would it know the answer? I don't think it would know the answer because this is a generic form of what you're looking at. Google, I don't know. Look. I like healthy arguments, right? No pun intended. Your fucking emojis. Now, tomorrow's game. Do you think the Celtics are losing? I'm gonna send you exactly what I'm gonna send you. So you think I so you think I wouldn't be able to run my 4 miles the way I run here? What? Bitch, I'll I'll even fucking find the bars. I'll do a fucking bar to bar fucking run. Just to fucking prove you, bitch, you know what? Look, I don't have my fucking real ID. I will fucking risk getting I will risk getting questioned in a chamber just so I can go to fucking Denver and let me screenshot this so I can tell him my friend dare me to get on the fucking plane just to fucking prove him wrong. Good night, Oscar. Need to crash. Take care. Keith, thank you for being here, brother. I will fucking go to Denver and jog. Knicks should win. I think the Celtics want that. Look, I don't think the Celtics are going down without a fucking struggle. You know what? I was about to say the fucking same thing right now. I was about to say the same thing before I read what you just typed. Before you came, before you arrived, I was telling the screen that I don't expect the fucking Celtics to go down without a struggle, right? With Tatum, exactly. Now, having the best player out gives them better understanding of what they need to fight for, right? So if they win game 6, they will fucking they will fucking beat game 7. And I think they have the hunger. I think they have the 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 mental and physical state. If they do that, brother, if they win tomorrow, if Celtics win, then Tatum should retire. Brother, I I mean we have seen athletes come back from an Achilles tendon rupture. He's too young to go through this. He is far too young to go through this. Kobe was already in his whatever seventh, 12th season, ninth, 10th season when that shit happened to him, right? So he was already on his way out. He's convinced. No, 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 no. No, I think I know. I think I know what you're saying, but you have to be congruent to the fact that they are trying to play better for him, not better without him. If you can grasp that reality of what I just said, they are trying to play better for him, but not without him. Even though it's without him, but they're doing it for him. So that like, bro, we can make this happen for you. You know what happens? We should start watching games without having the auditory feedback from whoever the fuck is holding the microphone. Because I think sometimes the people behind the camera, right, are giving us what they think about the situation, not what they know about the situation. And I think that's where That's where your comments, they're not affecting me the way they would affect somebody saying, that is a full fanatic of a Celtics, right? I don't wear a Celtics jersey, so I'm not gonna fucking start throwing Molotov cocktails at the screen because of what I'm reading, because I'm not. But sometimes the players or the people behind the microphone say Tatum is not playing as good as he should be. Just say it as it is, bro. Say it as it is, right? You said it. I probably thought the same fucking thing. No, no, no. I'm not saying you're wrong. I've thought the same fucking thing before. But see, the media always likes to sugarcoat shit, and that is the worst part about the media today. Nowadays, the media is no longer media, right? They've done it with LeBron, they've done it with Tatum, they've done it with all these fucking stars that are fucking lackluster, right? Lackluster. That's all it is. So imagine when Bryant was playing, the mentality that they said this individual, not even puking in a bucket can put him down. He's still playing better than the other people. But now LeBron looks gassed out. He has played only 36 minutes. And you're like, yeah, that's three fucking quarters, bitch. He still needs 12 more. You know what I mean? But the media now plays the part of that. Like, oh, they're so fucking soft. I'm like, bro, it's 48 minutes. 12 divided by 12 times 4, right? So when you see the individual, as I see, right? But I know he's a great fucking player. But at the same time, he is inconsistent. Tatum is an inconsistent player. Someday he's fucking shooting threes and he makes all of them, and someday he just fucking shoots bricks, right? Make a hospital with those fucking bricks. Now, now, okay. So if I read your comment, if I read your comment, it says I'm consistent with that few. When LeBron was out and Lakers played better, I blame LeBron too. Now here is a general manager mentality saying the team is not doing well. They don't think the same way you do, even though we have the same probably the same fucking thought process because we see a player not being consistent. You're getting paid to play, brother, right? You should fucking feel you should feel fulfill your contract as the player that you got hired to be. See what I mean? But we've always seen that the coach gets fired for five motherfuckers that can't do their fucking job. And I'm like, what? Why does the fucking coach needs to be fired when these are the motherfuckers that are out not doing their fucking job? You see what I mean? I mean, I'm not going against what you just typed, and I think is exactly what I think, what I've thought. I just don't say it as often and as great as you just typed it because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? But see, when you type it, yeah, I mean it's easy to type and say, yeah, coaches are the easiest scapegoat, but people who are fanatics will never see it that way. So I will never be invited to talk about sports because I don't see sports as a business, because I would have more objectives than directives, right? About I would fucking dissect everything. You think people want to dissect everything? No, I would say, hey, Pelinka needs to go. Magic Johnson should shut the fuck up. LeBron should have never fucking been allowed to fucking wear the Laker jersey. We were never gonna fucking win any more championships. Were we gonna fucking sell tickets and jerseys? Yeah, by all means. I will always use the same analogy. This motherfucker is like the bearded lady at the fucking circus. Everybody wants to pay to just see him play. Period. For championships, we need new blood. Period. Luca is one of them. Did we get lucky with Luca? Yes. You said let GM. And I hate to say it, but after Jerry Buss passed and Jeannie, or what is it, Jeannie, Jeannie Buss took over, giving yo Spaco, giving old man, what's his name, blowjobs on the court. We need a coach like that, right? Not Pat Riley, but after him. What the fuck is his name? Phil Jackson. Exactly. Phil Jackson is fucking 70 years old. Jeannie Buss was writing that like it was a brand new bus. Yo, Satman. Robert, Phil Jackson gave us four fucking rings. Phil is the fucking goat, brother. I don't think there's a better fucking coach out there. Not even Belichick is as good as fucking Phil Jackson, right? Even though Bill Belichick is fucking a better bitch, a better bitch, less controlling. Phil Jackson said that, really? I think, but see, now let me ask you. I don't watch anything with the heart that I used to. I just watch something because I want to watch something, right? I don't I don't watch it with that fucking happiness that I used to watch. Like, oh my god, the Lakers are playing. I want to watch the Lakers now. I just want to watch something because I hate fucking drinking to a turned off screen. You see what I mean? For the most part, at Doug's house, we turn the screen on and we play music in the background. I don't want to hear what these motherfuckers have to say. I do watch tennis. What the fuck are you talking about, brother? I do watch tennis, bitch. You got me fucked up. I'm the sports hoe, bitch. I watch every fucking sport, brother. And I'm not even lying to you. Roland Garros is about to fucking happen. Tennis, bitch. Come on. You have, yeah. You have no idea. You have no idea. Let me watch fucking GSOP. Give me the good tennis bets. No, I just never bet on fucking tennis. I never even thought about betting on tennis, even though even though that's a great fucking idea. Even though that's a great fucking brother. I was in Brazil when Roland Garros, right? The Brazilian accent, Roland Garros was a thing. Guga, if you can Google Guga Kirtan, Kuerten. It's almost sounds like Kuerten, but Guga Kirtan was the best tennis player at Roland Garros. Brother, that motherfucker, 98. It's a less rigged sport, and the betting lines aren't as tight as the major sports, making it easier to win if you know the sport. Google Guga, Guga, Guga Roland Garros. Garros is double R, Garros. That motherfucker was the best of the best playing in France. France. Roland Garros is in France. That motherfucker was the best that Roland Garros has ever fucking had. He's a Brazilian, of course, but Brazilians don't have great fucking tennis players. When I was in Brazil, 97, 98, 99, 2000, right? Good things happen to great sportsmen. The great sportsmanship happened. I was like, I should go back to Brazil so good things can continue to happen. I was like the good omen. I was like I was like their fucking lucky charm, bitch. You have no idea. Lucky charm. Guga was the best, bro. That motherfucker. And of course, yeah, 98 happened. France 98. Brazil made it to the finals. And Brazil lost to France. Do you know what happened in 98? Yeah, I mean, we already know Brazil lost against France. But France was celebrating their 100th year of the Bastille War. And listen, I can tell you, brother, there are so many there are so many dubious people in Brazil because some facts came to surface. Why did the best fucking player in the world back in the day, which was Ronaldo, not it was Ronaldinho. Actually, it was Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldo, not Ronaldinho, the one that ended up in Spain. It was the Ronaldo the phenom that ended up in Italy. Ronaldo Nazario, I forget his whole fucking name. But Ronaldo with the buck tooth Ronaldo. No, actually no, that's the fucking the separated teeth Ronaldo. Early 2000s when Roger Federer was king. Yeah, it was Roger Federer and Nadal, right? It was always Nadal and Federer. They were always going back at it together, and I think it still is, right? I think. Oh, and then the Joker version of tennis player came to life too, who was also friends with Kobe Bryant, who never wanted to get vaccinated. He was thrown out of a few tournaments because of his non-compliance, which I respect. Serbian, him, yeah. It was those three fucking guys, right? It was Nadal, Jokic. I forget it. I forget his. But anyways, Novak. Yes, it was Federer, Nadal, and Novak. It was those three names. Oh, Djokovic. Yes, Djokovic. Yes, he was great friends with Kobe Bryant. Djokovic. Djokovic. Andrea Djokovic. Yeah, the pandemic happened. The pandemic happened, and he said, "Fuck your vaccines. I don't need your fucking shit." And he got thrown out because he needed to play with a mask on. He needed to play with a mask, and they told him to fucking take a hike. I would have told him the fucking same thing. I would have said, "Bye, bitch." That's why all these. He said it's all the rage. Give me heart problems, motherfucker. I need it. Yeah. So my uncle, who is a doctor, right? This weekend, my cousin, who is also a doctor, she's the youngest one of all our cousins. Almost, yeah, the youngest one. She's like 30 something. She's a doctor. And my uncle, who is the oldest one of us, and he's a doctor too. And I said, Tio, did you get the vaccine? He says, yeah, I got the vaccine. And I said, why the fuck did you get the vaccine? I said, Tio, didn't you have COVID before? He said, yeah. He said, nephew, there will always be strains, so we need to have preventive care. And I said, Tio, no. We if you had the virus and you survived it, you should take a sample of your own blood and take a sample of the virus and see where it differentiates when you inject something into it and how it affects it. Because your blood didn't get affected like most did. Right. So my uncle says, he says, nephew, why didn't you take the vaccine? And I said, Tio, because I was already infected with the fucking virus. I got the virus. He says, but there will be more strains. And I said, I know your body creates antiviruses. I mean, you're the doctor. He says, no. He says, we create the antiviruses. Oh, the antibody. I'm sorry. Yeah, antibodies. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're the one that doesn't drink. Thank you. Yes, we create the antibodies. Tio, your body knows how to fucking protect itself from the assailants. But I told him, I said, Tio, you have no idea how much or how many people we have in the United States who are immunodeficient. These people are given drugs not to get healthy, but just to extend their fucking illnesses. Because you need them sick for the longest time without killing them, so they can get so big pharma gets their monies from their insurance companies because they're paying premium prices towards a fucking healthcare that they shouldn't ever need it. Now they need because now they're dependent on the next fucking six, the first six fucking pills. The other 12, they're they're just vitamins, right? That's the world. That's the world we live in. My uncle says, "What?" And I said, I know it's a different fucking world over here. You're only seeing what you need over there because you're seeing the lack of vitamins, the lack of, right, everything that you need to make them healthy. In the US, no, we can extend their sickness, but we can keep them alive. My uncle says, "Yeah, I don't think that's the way it works." See, you're like the real fucking doctor. You're the real version of a doctor, Theo. You live over there. Over here, he's like, "Yeah, that fucker is still alive. Can we give him three more pills?" Yeah, he's not gonna die in the next 2 years. But you know what? He has a good fucking health insurance. Let's cash in, let's cash out before he signs out. That's the way it works over here. Big pharma in the United States is making the biggest withdrawal, right? Without even fucking cashing in. They don't have to fucking put any money in. They're like, collect, 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 collect. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't speak for I don't speak for I don't speak from experience. Look around you. I gotta take a fucking piss. Hold on. Yeah, antibodies. Antibodies. Do you still sanitize? I always ask the same fucking question. I know. I still got the same fucking thing at work. I sanitize. Even the fucking toilet. I use alcohol and then I put the fucking seat cover and I'm like, I don't. I mean, the work is work. I don't know where my fucking coworkers have been. Right? It's 12:30. What the fuck is happening? It's 12:30, dude. What am I doing up 12:30? What the fuck is happening? Am I regenerating? Am I becoming younger like the fucking Benjamin Button over here? He's like, yeah, bitch. Wait till it fucking hits 1 o'clock. Denver, Mile High City. I gotta go fucking run 4 miles in Mile High City so I can prove you wrong, bro. It's on my fucking to do list. Let me get my fucking real ID so I can get on a fucking plane. Although I can tell you, the last video that I saw of an individual. I'm correct. I will go without fucking luck. I will go with my fucking running clothes. Now, let me ask you this: do I have to wait 6 hours and then go jogging, or can I just go jogging straight off the bat? Or would you want me to fucking wait 6 hours and then go jogging? I'll wait. I mean, ask Google. Ask Google. Ask Google again. Challenge accepted, bitch. I Now if I win, I'll send you my receipt so you can fucking pay for my trip. So I can go. I can go back to Vegas. I can go back to. Woo! Brunch at Echo and Rick, bitch. Oh, so the video that I saw of a girl. So it's a girl, right? You can hear the girl's voice saying, "This is what happens when you board a plane without no, when you go through security TSA without a real ID." So it's a girl, right? I'm like, it's a female. I just don't know what race she is. But anyways, she they make her wait. They give her a sticker the same TSA whatever second. They make her wait, right? They give her a little pass that says no real ID, so she has a red fucking card. So she's made to wait in a different at a different place. So then somebody shows up, and all they do is they wand her hand with like one of those bomb detecting shit, right? Nobody checks her ID again. Nobody asks her for any additional information whatsoever in the fucking video. And then she's recording herself saying what she went through. She's like, "Yeah, they didn't check me for anything. They just wanted my hands for, I guess, explosives." And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Didn't they say they would request different types of information for you to identify yourself? Like, give me an address of whatever the fuck. I'm like, yeah, I got my social security. I can give you my credit card. I can give you, bitch. You know what? You know what I have already reserved. TSA pre-check. I think pre-check lets you skip almost everything. Right. But see, I don't think I should pay pre-check because I was fly out of Burbank. So Burbank is like the easiest fucking airport to just go through. By the way, you get drunk faster at high altitude as well. That I do know, and that I heard, and who confirmed that was Doug. He says, "Brother, we went up to this fucking altitude, and these guys serve the beer, and I don't know why they do the airing of the cups. He says, if I don't do this for you, the minute you drink this, you will fucking fall asleep. And the dog says, bro, I'm glad they did what they did because they know what the fuck they're doing. Boardwalk Airport is like the fucking swiftest fucking airport ever to fucking go through. And you can board the plane on the tarmac. Dude, it's like the fucking, it's like a third world experience without being in third world. Third world, you know what I mean? So listen, I'm thinking of doing that fucking thing. I may see you this weekend. I don't fucking know, bro. I may do it. I mean, you fucking. I don't have. I can show them. Look, I made a. This is a business trip, bitch. Last minute. I shouldn't be flying without a real ID. But you know what? Money is money. I'm about to go for a fucking business trip. Here's my ID. Here's my check, blank check that has my address on it. Here's my. What else? I think I need to prove my home address. Oh, here's my jury summons. I have that. No, I'm just saying, let's use what we have now, without trying to present everything else. They wouldn't fucking deny me. Yeah, I have a passport. I just don't ever fucking use it. I want to get drunk in the Mile High City. You know what? We should book a fucking flight to the Mile High City. Let's go get. Wow, you don't drink. Shit, I forgot. Bitch, start drinking. What the fuck is your problem? Kava. Give me your best song. I wanna play one of your songs so I can at least drink the last 4 ounces to whatever song you like. I don't give a fuck, dude. I know your genre. I know what kind of genre you like. Yeah, you gotta fucking wear black. You gotta dress like a. When you took me to that bar where we were upstairs and we were just watching that screen, that was hard. That was thrash metal. That wasn't thrash metal. No, that was. Remember that little bar that you took me upstairs, and we can watch the screen. They were playing Rancid. They were playing some fucking song. I forget what band it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a club. Yeah, I don't know what the fucking club is called, but they were playing your type of music that you like. No, I know it's called Oddfellows, but is that type of music like I kind of like that music, but only. I mean, it's not all the time that I listen to it. Thrash metal, some kind of metal, whatever the fuck it was. Because I was like, okay, all right. I was vibing that night. I mean, I was high and drunk, and I'm like, dude, I can fucking do this. Look, that night I was proud of myself because I know exactly what I was doing, and I know exactly how I was feeling. I was like, this is fucking pretty fucking cool. But only you know what you're going through your mind, right? I'm pretty sure you thought this motherfucker's about to pass out, but no, I was living the fucking moment, bro. Remember that was the night we went to Circa, and I asked the guy, "Can I get your biggest beer?" And he says, "Yeah, let me give you this." And I said, "Bro, when you say let me give you this, that means you got bigger." He says, "Oh yeah, we got bigger." Remember he brought out the fucking big jug, the 32-ounce jug. It said, and I'm like, "What the fuck? You got bigger?" Oh, that was a night you wanted to bring those. Yeah, that was a big fucking that. You try to win that argument in such a bad fucking fashion. I'm like, bro, remember those? Remember those beautiful? I mean, yeah, they weren't beautiful. They were fuckable black chicks, right? They were fuckable. They were so fucking fuckable. And when you told them you were from that part of town, they're like, okay, let's go to your place. Let's go to your place. They were so fucking happy that you told them that you were from that fucking part of town. They're like, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go to your place. Let's go to your place. And I kept telling you, no, yeah, dude, no, 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 no. Fuck the gold diggers. They were hoodlums. They would fuck us for free. The next day, you would not see your fucking furniture, your TVs, your dog. Everything would be fucking gone, bro. Exactly. And I kept telling you, bro, they live right here. They live right here. We should just go fuck them here. Like they live right here. You're like, no, let's take them with. And I'm like, bad idea, bad idea. Red flag, red flag. I'm high, I'm drunk. Red flag. That was such a fucking fun night, bro. That was a fucking fun night. But I know. I mean, we get horny, we get drunk. You were more horny than drunk, and I'm like, bro, I'm high and drunk, and I know it's a fucking red flag. They live right here. They told us they live a block away. Why can't we fuck them a block away? Like we're already here. Let's fuck them and then we leave. You're like, no, they want to meet my place, and I'm like, no, bad idea, bad idea. No, I'm glad I controlled. Uh, you know what? I can't even say I controlled both our penis brains because no, you just wanted to fuck. You were like in a fucking like a yeah. You just wanted, and so did I. But at the same time, like yeah, bad fucking problems, bad problems. And I'm like, I think I pulled you to the side. I'm like, Robert, you're gonna fucking wake up with no fucking furniture. Your cars are gonna be gone. Your water heater is going to be absent. Everything you're going to think like, who the fuck robbed me? Yeah, the bitch you fucked. Don't make that mistake. With 5 STDs. Yeah, they're all going to be standing next to you. All of them. All five black guys. Jerome, right? Tyrone sitting next to you like, bitch, we're taking your fucking car. We're taking your fucking pool. Yeah, you don't need all that shit. Tyrone. Tyrone. Tyrone sounds like an STD. All right, I gotta get the fuck out of here. What the fuck you have me playing, dude? What the fuck is this? Am I fucking swinging? Is this for the fucking hammock? Dun, 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 dun. Is this how you get your jollies off? Just fucking swinging on a fucking rope, or what is it? Dun, 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 dun. He said it's French. They know romance. Romance. I gotta get the fuck out of here, brother. Love you, brother. I am out for the count.